how much money can I make trading Forex? And that's a really good question, but the only meaningful answer to that question is when you figure it out yourself, and it's based on a number of pips that you are consistently getting in your own account. But let's just start off by taking a look at some possible numbers. A lot of people also ask, how much money do I need to start trading? Well, you can start trading with any amount that you would like. But if you're using proper risk management, and your account is below a certain amount of approximately $2,000, you must have a super mini lot size to even be able to trade. But if you do have a super mini lot size from one of these brokers that offers that, well, you can take $300 and manage it. And over time, you could turn that $300 account into a large amount. Let's say you got 10% return every month. Well, after a year, you could turn that $300 into $855. Been working for an entire year to make $555. Doesn't seem like a lot. And after 2 years, you could have $2,600. After 3 years, you'd have it up to $8,000 and so on. That's with a 10% return per month. And this particular compound interest calculator shows what it would be for 20% and 30%, 50% and 100%. 20% is considered extraordinary in the investment world and also in the trading world. And yet, among many of our members, 20% is considered on the low end of what they expect to get in a given month. Let's say you start off with $5,000 in capital, and if you were to get an average of 20% return per month, in 1 year, you could turn that $5,000 into $37,000. And in 2 years, you could turn that into $331,000. Well, look over in this column over here. If you consistently got 30% return per month, after 2 years, you had turned $5,000 into $2 million. A lot of people, when they see how mathematics works, will then simply go, "Oh, that's not possible." Well, that's fine. What is possible then? Let's take a look at this other Forex trading calculator. This one is really cool the way it works. First, you would choose the lot size that you have in your account. Then you would put your account balance in here, and in this column you would put the amount of risk that you would choose for your own maximum risk per trade. 1.5 to 2% is considered a recommended level of risk in the trading industry. And the reason that it is so low, it's because that's based on the expectation that most trading strategies will not produce a very high win-to-loss ratio. Well, if you do have a higher win-to-loss ratio, you could risk a little bit more. About 5% is the maximum that I would recommend for a very good trading strategy. The next column tells you the total number of dollars that you could risk based on that percentage and the value of a pip in that account. And here you would place what you expect to be your average stop loss, because your stop loss is what determines your risk. Then you could put over here the number of pips that you expect to get. If you don't believe that you can get $2 million in 2 years with starting with $5,000, well, what do you believe? Let's see. How many pips can you get? I put in here 20 pips per day. That comes to 100 pips per week. I think that's a pretty conservative target. If you don't believe that you can actually get 20 pips per day, here's something that might help. Open a demo account, flip a coin, and if it's heads, buy. If it's tails, sell, and just keep doing that every day, several times a day. And see over time if you don't think that if you actually knew what you were doing, could you get 20 pips per day? A lot of people still don't believe that. Well, what would happen if you had a $5,000 account at 5% risk and 20 pips per day? After 12 months, you would have $562,000. Even though this is simple mathematics, a lot of people still won't believe that. Well, the thing is, a lot of people just don't believe that Forex trading works. If that's the case with you, here's something you might want to consider. Stop watching these Forex trading videos and go do something that you do believe in. Then you won't be wasting your time and poisoning the minds of other people who actually believe that this stuff works. For those of you who do believe that it's possible to get 20 pips a day, this is what would happen. Mathematics shows us that. So you could place any numbers in here and just see what the results would be. My experience is that when a person really grasps the power of what happens when you consistently earn profit in Forex trading, that's the point in time when that person gets really excited and a rocket of desire is set off. And that's exactly the kind of passion and determination that is needed to get you through any challenges and difficulties during the process of learning how to trade. Are you excited about your trading? Check this out. Take a look at it yourself and put the numbers in here that you do believe in. If you don't believe it's possible to get 20 pips a day, put the number in here that you do believe is possible to get. Currency trading is risky. If you trade Forex, you could lose. Past performance does not guarantee future results. If you trade Forex and you really know what you're doing, well, guess what? You could win.